Cameras suck.
Cool, whatever you got, you got. That's it, that's all. Period.
Wait, food. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Unplayable Podcast. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram.
She's so funny with it.
I gotta wait till
As long as he got the queens, we good. They gonna hear my voice.
And they gonna get that. Yeah. Hey y'all.
everything started.
Yes. Yo, what's up, man? This Uncut Raw podcast. Damn, feel good. I had a whole team back all together.
Yes.
You know, we all been, on some retarded fucked up shit, flexing with our PUAs, our stimulus checks, you know what I mean? We been there, almost canceled the podcast. Too much motherfucking money, So, but we back. The family is back.
Yes.
Feeling good.
Yes.
But that's definitely gonna be our first topic after we finish talking about seeing how everybody doing that PUA. You niggas flex with this PUA. Listen, y'all can flex. Just cash at me like $10. Fuck. Got all that money. Yeah, donate some money to Uncut Raw Podcast.
Yes.
Marquise Uncut Raw Podcast. I'm in charge. I promise I give it to the team. What's up, though, Zai, Marquise? Nina Raw.
What's up, y'all?
Hello.
How y'all been feeling? What's been going on? What's new? What's old?
None. I just need a vacay.
So
A vacay or a vacay?
Vacay.
Yes.
I need a vacay.
I had a nice vacation. I'm about to go on another vacation. I'm actually going where you was going to go for your birthday.
Oh,
Vegas.
Yeah, that's where I'm about to go.
Oh, are they open back up?
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Yeah, definitely be careful.
I bet a lot of people that went to Philly versus Atlanta,
Child
is sick right now.
Infinity.
I doubt it. I ain't even hearing about nobody. No, fuck that. I ain't.
Let's go.
Right.
Moving on. Let's go to the
Because
first
I ain't heard, but what?
I heard.
I heard some things.
But let's talk about PUA. Then we need y'all to call in for PUA. It stands for Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. So we need y'all to call in for this one.
Call in on by responding by a comment. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what y'all think about it. Cause I don't know shit about it, child.
I mean, if you eligible, why not get it?
Right.
If you're not working part time, why not collect the funds?
Get that free money. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I want that shit bad.
Listen, everybody.
I want that shit so bad.
Listen, everybody apply. If you can apply and you get it, cool. If you cannot, you know where you are. That's what that is right now.
Right.
Because some people who shouldn't get it is getting it, so everybody apply.
Well, you do, everybody got to do it, because that Philly versus Atlanta shit, everybody was at the mall. Like, everybody was at the mall. Like, I ain't never seen no shit like that.
Did I see the flight? The whole Spirit flight was Philly.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And then, 2 months,
the whole plane
in 2 months, motherfuckers gonna need respirators.
Yep.
And where the money at, child?
Listen, y'all might get a check for that too if y'all sick.
But just save up too. If you're gonna get the
way,
you're the best thing with your money.
Just
they
do the right
check
thing.
For Corona.
Child, they need to.
Well, that's not true because you.
I said they need to.
Yeah, I wish they would cut a check back. I'll start believing that bitch like a motherfucker. The radio station, I don't know all that. What?
Well, they cutting a lot of PUA checks.
Yeah, they are.
Child.
Man, but listen, I ain't telling y'all shit. Man, get y'all money. But some of y'all going to jail. Some of y'all paying that money back. I don't know what the fuck going to happen.
I mean, everybody.
If you're not working, and if you're working part time,
Exactly, they're being sneaky.
I mean,
okay, I understood that, but they're definitely being sneaky.
Oh, I don't know.
You ain't claiming, right?
No, I ain't claiming it. I work.
Listen,
work full time.
Listen, let me tell y'all this.
Working.
All right, listen. I want somebody to comment on this. Listen, I got pending something. I just don't want them to fuck with that type of money. So if I could do that shit, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Don't do it.
That motherfucking money.
Don't do
If
it.
y'all don't need it,
So right about now, my check will be like 12,000.
Probably like 10.
No, probably like 12. It go back to what, March?
No, it'll be around about 10. It'll be close to 11.
Yeah.
11 close to 12.
Right, yeah,
it is, but I'm just
and then by the time I get the money, you gotta claim another week. Oh, I know how the shits go.
Oh, so
I know how the shits go. I follow this shit for
are you gonna do it?
yeah, but so yeah, but I just want to. It was
well, somebody well, claim it. Shoot, we can split it.
Who?
I thought you was saying you can get 12,000.
I'm not saying, yeah, keyword you. Yeah, fuck we. I just go from we to you.
I'm just saying, I just thought that,
Man, that shit sound good.
No,
it sound good.
Only way I'm gonna claim it. Now, if Marquise X tell me it's good, I'm good. Because you know she's good. She works for the IRS, y'all. So we don't just ask her. Yes, you do. You don't gotta lie. The government's not gonna get you. She works for the IRS.
I do not work for the IRS.
So Marquise, are you gonna get in trouble? Or they
we're gonna get in trouble.
Is it a loan?
Absolutely, positively, yes. No. Listen, let me just say this, right? If you actually need the assistance, if you really, really need it, and you answer the questions right, then you should get it. It should be easy for you to get it. If you think about it that way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been hearing, like, you know, people have middlemen to do it, but if you yourself actually really need the help, then you should do it. Because
you have some people that probably need the help with the question
because they don't know how to answer it.
They don't know how to answer it.
But I mean, and that's true. And that,
they do ask you some. They ask you the same questions.
I'm like, why?
They ask you the same questions.
So it'll confuse an older person that they will need help, like filling it out. So I don't think it's nothing.
And it's so crazy because you get the same fucking question.
Sure is.
But it just you gotta do it for like every week.
Yep.
So that's why when people say I do it for you, that's why you get paid, because it's a lot of filling out to do.
So it just takes away the work out of it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. It's like people doing taxes. You can
do like right. It's like,
but you got somebody else.
Right. Motherfuckers are so lazy. How the fuck you getting free money and you can't even fill a fucking questionnaire out every week?
Listen,
we ain't gonna trick just because they giving out free money. They been giving out free books all our lives. The library never paid.
You never know if they're not comprehending the question.
Right.
No,
because
you know this
when
shit
you
so
first start,
real.
they ask you one of the, I think it's like 9 things that they sit there and ask you. Some of them can sit there and fill it out correctly. Some of them will sit there and try to click on a couple of different things. I have seen that because they said that's where they fill this and this and that, and it's like all jammed up. So they need somebody.
Let me make sure my friend not on here that I did his. Right. So it's a friend. Instantly, I did his, but I let him put his information in free. He put for the day of he put for today's date. His date of birthday.
Huh? What?
His birthday?
He put his birthday for the day that today's date. So it kept like when he got his joint, he like thought I burned him because he kept saying like in progress. He got his card, but he didn't get anything else. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, bro, just check your information. Like, man, I put everything in. I'm not no stupid. I said, all right, so bet $1,000. Now you getting a lot of money. This money is a lot of money. Bet $1,000 that I go in there and you fucked up. No, bet $1,500. Okay.
Oh,
Let's sit down. We went in there. Boy, that boy gave me my $1,500 yesterday. That boy got $9,500 back. That motherfucker, he rich.
Oh,
how did he get 95?
Did he claim?
Because he did it. He did it, and it was already at 6. But it was backed up. I still was claiming every week.
But I don't understand. These is motherfuckers that's working at like, in no shade, McDonald's and shit like that.
It ain't even that. You don't have to work.
No
you
job.
have
So the drug dealer
ain't got nothing.
Nothing.
So the drug dealers is up right now.
Yes, they
All
are.
the drug dealers.
They
I'm
are
talking about
up.
I'm doing
It's no
smokers
tomorrow.
and all that. You know your social
Wow.
get paid.
Listen.
I see what fucking Donald Trump talk about sex. Like,
all right, so hold on. Now you got some people
Donald
who
Trump got a
actually
lot
make.
of shit to do with this.
No, but you got a whole lot of people who actually get screwed
you know
over this.
exactly what
Yep, that's why he won't be the
All right,
president
so what do you
again.
say about the people who's actually getting screwed over this? Who actually do have people out here doing their stuff, and they say, okay, this is what you want to get, and when it come back, they only got $1-2 grand.
Man, they been getting us all our lives. So if you could get them, get them. You know
But the thing about it is, and I understand which, matter of fact, go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off.
I was done.
So my thing is with that is it affects like a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like it affects more like people that we don't see. You know what I'm saying? Like we can say like we're doing this and it's like fuck the government because the government owe us shit anyway. But it's the people like the elderly, like people who depend on the system that it really fucks at the end of the day.
Well,
What for the elderly?
Why you say that though?
The elderly is
Because all the money and stuff that's floating around, all these government funds, like they're used to fund certain programs and all
and they
different
are
types of programs,
taking some
financial, housing, all this other stuff. So all this stuff comes from somewhere. And even if they do got it, they're not gonna get what they got. You know what I'm saying, to supplement that because they don't give a fuck.
The price is just going up. Everything going up.
Is. But here's the thing
Everything
about
gonna go
that.
up.
I just found out with housing, they're actually sitting there pushing off for some people if they need housing now and they already got approved. They're not even making them pay their first or last month's rent.
Oh well, I need to check that out.
And
for what?
For Section 8 and PHA.
Oh.
So they're
not letting them.
Section 8 RPHA ain't Section 8 RPHA no more.
Yeah, I don't know what
that shit is high.
Because if you work, your rent is sky
high. Shit is high.
So
that's why when people be like trying to bust, I'm looking like you can't bust with somebody in Section 8 because if they work every day, they paying probably more than you.
Yeah, they do.
That
they
shit
really
is high.
People don't be knowing
that shit.
At first it's like
listen,
first is 10% of what you make. It could go up to I think it's 50. I said, but it could go up to 50% of what you make on your pay. That's what you're paying for. So it
rent can go up to like $1,000. Whatever the ceiling rent is, it can go up to that.
Yeah, it can go up to that depending on how much money you make.
Y'all don't even know. Young people could file for PUA.
Yeah, they said 17.
Well, I
probably
knew somebody
younger
that was 15 years old.
They said
young boy on my block. All of 14 older, they work.
Wait, how the fuck did a 15-year-old go through?
Because
I see him not.
Because listen,
yo, and his mom had to go with him. His mom had to go with him because all he had was his school ID.
Yeah, so it's just if they work through the
kids wait for work ready before,
so they can do that. So they work. And then start at
I'm like, man, I'm not doing that. You ain't gonna go through. He's like, man, well, it ain't nothing to try, man. I'm trying to flex like everybody else.
Oh my gosh.
And it started at 14, getting a summer job. So
his mom she took like 4,000.
What? Oh wow.
That's it.
Child, just if you get the lump sum of money, however the fuck you get it, so just try to do the right thing, whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? The right thing for somebody, it might be a fucking pair of Chanel's.
Listen, and I say like
but
this.
But I don't think nobody can get in trouble because on the joint it takes taxes out.
A lot of people wasn't taking taxes out either. So they're going to sit there and have to pay for it at the end.
Yeah, that's the people that weren't taking taxes out. That's just dumb as shit.
Dumb. You want an extra.
You only get probably like $100 or $80.
Did y'all hear
a whopping fee at that?
So people that have gone through the process, have you heard of them getting letters sent to them.
They get a letter saying they eligible.
No, I'm talking about
saying that they owe the money back.
Not owe the money back, but like just like if it is fraud, like like people are getting like multiple letters sent to them.
No, they get letters asking them to improve. I mean,
but I know my taxes actually asked that.
So the first time they want to send them checks because if you like anybody can get a card, I mean with a pen. But it got to be your ID with your name to go cash it.
How long do it take for them to actually get their checks from the time that they actually get accepted?
Whenever it's saying, so it's saying progress. Yeah, I mean, whenever it cleared that date, 3 days from that date.
Then for some people, which I'm being honest, some people have did that and it's been a whole week and they still haven't received any.
Because right now I believe they backed up.
Right.
No, they ain't backed up. Don't believe that.
They fucking investigated.
They ain't never.
What I'm saying is, she talking about what she's saying is they already approved the payment. They showing the date that it was paid out. That's what she's saying, and the person never
never received their card or their check.
Because
that's what they told you.
But no, somebody called the benefit place and they said that the cards are taking long, giving it until Monday.
Yeah, to the 29th. They have up until the 29th to get
so it's a lot of people that is backed up in like
if that should say a date.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's saying a date. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If it's past in progress, you getting your money.
You getting your money.
No, but that's why I was asking. So if they get, just saying they got their approval date last Wednesday. So, and they haven't received their card or their check at this moment. So it's been a whole
they're not going to receive their card.
No, I'm just saying. So it's been a whole.
How old are they?
It should have hit today, but if not, it's by Monday. Or Wednesday of next week.
It can vary from 40 to 76 to be exact.
Child, I just know that the Lord won't bless me with a windfall.
But they should give it out to working people. We should get extra money too.
We should because I'm still the fuck working.
But here we go.
I need
people who work in the medical field, literally, they about to do that heroes check or whatever.
Yeah, I heard about the heroes
check. So
they
said
they're trying to say that. They're trying to say the hero check is going to be like $10,000.
All this shit.
No, they're trying to say the heroes check is going to be about $10,000 for essential workers.
Yeah.
I guess because they're giving out all this money to people that's not working.
How much do you think they're going to take out of taxes?
Right, they're going to take it.
Oh, I ain't heard about that because I get that too.
No, but they're going to tax it. That's what
I'm saying. But where
like, don't tax my money. Just give me the 10 G's.
Where do y'all think all this money is coming from?
Well,
the money has to come from somewhere. Money is not like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can just print it. Money don't work that way. You can't print unlimited money. You know what I'm saying? The money has to be coming from somewhere, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like that shit is going to dry up, and then everybody's going to be fucked. That's what I really think. I don't think that the government is just. If you think that the government is just letting niggas get $100,000 a check, this is
and they giving it to everybody.
Everybody, like it's just too good to be true to me.
It is.
Yeah.
Your food is
everything.
Everything is going up, but you can see that now because when you go to the market, when you used to sit there, just saying you get a bag of wingdings that was at one point $6. Now it's back at $9. So they're already increasing their money any way that they can to get what they have to get back. Right. It is what it is at the end of the day.
Child.
Because they keep saying this is like the biggest pandemic.
It is the biggest.
Why you got to think business been closed for 3 months.
So it's so crazy.
Been shut down for 3 months. That's a lot. People lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
People really lost their jobs. Like
and
a lot of millions of people like really lost their jobs though. So that's why I don't see nobody paying this money back.
You know what's so crazy?
It's just
so how we going to file taxes next year?
The same way. They'll send you the information.
From this getting this unemployment?
Yes. It's saying you get W-2 form.
Yeah, I know. No, that's why I'm asking. Like,
yeah, so you're allowed to file your taxes. You get money.
That's your W-2 form. They send it out to you.
That's a lot.
So the ones.
So you just going, because the unemployment should go to December.
Right.
Yeah, to the
now I ain't talking about the 600.
No, just the regular.
No,
the regular.
Right. Until the
everybody get unemployment for 6 months. Regardless if it's PUA or the regular unemployment, it's always 60.
I know a motherfucker getting unemployment and a PUA.
Yeah, so I heard that too, that you can get both. So,
man, this shit is wide open.
But I wouldn't do your pick. You know
take your pick.
Because in December, when you go file your taxes, you're going to get a W-2 from PUA, and then you're going to get one from UC, the regular unemployment.
Yep.
You're going to owe
one of
PUA back.
Yep.
Because you was already eligible for the
UC. So when you
got to
file
stop
that,
you got to stop one.
See, no. If you smart, if you is getting this money, hopefully you're invested. You're not worrying about what they're going to do because after you file that, let them take it. Fuck it, let them take it. I got all this money from unemployment and PUA. You gotta be kidding me.
Listen, I just say like this: take your pick, whichever road you're going to take, and do that one.
But like he said, if you don't pick one and you chose to do both, invest. Don't just get all.
Of course,
you getting probably like $2,500 every 2 weeks, and you blowing it.
You invest in that, but see, even with the investing stuff though, like they can take that.
Oh no, you invest in somebody else's name. You got to be smart about everything you do.
But even so, if the funds was used, if they suspect that the funds were used, even if you do put it in somebody's name, they can still take it away.
Yeah, but I don't think they gonna go there for it.
That's only if they have to. But that's only if they have to.
If they really like
so many people though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It has to be a red flag for them to actually look at something.
So what happened was when people just so stupid. Why would you start applying for dead people? And people
and that's the reason why a lot of stuff is
brothers or cousins. That's where they fuck.
No.
Oh no!
I'm gonna keep it real.
And the people from jail.
They're not allowed to, but everybody's approved.
No, but you certainly is though because they work in jail though.
Right.
And they pay and like they're getting paid to be in there. I mean, like
they pay. They gotta pay to live there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
well, I actually see me. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't do it, but my homies, they scheme artists. He on all that shit. Like I'm talking about, you could like people that live in PA could file for Arizona unemployment too.
Oh wow,
that's
not cool.
That's now you trying to get in trouble. I would never.
That's going too far.
Now you gonna get yourself locked up.
That shit goofy.
Yeah, that's too goofy.
That's goofy.
That's going
but see, when stuff is made hot, boy.
Yeah, because now you get locked up. If you gonna do the PU, just do it because you eligible for it.
No, it's still PU.
I mean,
but it's just like
PU in the A.
PUA. That shit in the A for real. That shit hot.
Just do the right thing. If
man, Donald Trump, just cut this stimulus check.
Yeah, just cut me that $2,000.
That's why please, like, yeah.
No, you were talking like it was gonna be more than that.
I need you to cut that heroes check because I work every day.
Right.
And I need a heroes check.
And then and the heroes they definitely do deserve it. And the essential workers because that shit was a lot. Because if you really think about it, when all this shit started, right, and like, could you just imagine, like, I don't know if it was how y'all was feeling, but I was like, damn, like I gotta get to the market. Like I need to get food. Like the struggle to even try to like see how I was gonna get food, where I was gonna go. So I could even imagine having to fucking be there every fucking day working. Like, and that's just all types of
you know what I mean? Having long hours because I know a couple of people who actually said they wasn't going to work and they got their partners at their job stuff. And I don't mean for a couple of hours. Like half of them was already doing around about 9 hours. So now you got this person doing your shift too. So they're there all day. That don't be cool sometimes.
That's why they need to cut the heroes check.
Yeah, they do. They do. That shit is crazy.
They need to cut that shit for $15,000. I need $15,000.
That's a lot of money.
That's what I need.
All I need is just give me this
little stimulus. This whole COVID-19.
And I thought I was the fuck doing something. When I got my first little stimulus, I was high. I was big ball shot caller. I thought I was doing something. I just put it right in my savings account, but I thought I was doing something.
I got my shit.
I ain't doing a damn thing.
I got my stimulus check 2 days before my birthday.
Right.
I know you was happy.
Right.
But that shit just was in my cash. I applied for that shit. It just never came. I'm like,
oh, right, you did. You was
I wasn't worried about it.
Forgot about it, right?
Yeah, and then one day that shit was just like, you have pending. You have $1,200 from the IRS. I said the IRS don't fuck with me like that. They ain't giving no birthday gifts out like that. Dang,
that was a nice birthday present.
Well, that was a hell of a birthday present.
Yeah, I just paid my credit card bill. Here you go, take the whole 12.
Right. See, and that's what you do when you get lump sum.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing.
Like
you actually do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You pay your bills. If you can pay them off, you'll pay them off. If you actually need that extra support, like some people did need cars. We get it because of how it is with transportation.
Yeah, if I need a car,
so in a case like that, you go ahead and get a car and stuff like that. But you do what you have to do.
And be careful when you grab.
I mean, make sure you got your L.
Well, not right now. They ain't doing live stops.
What?
They ain't doing live stops.
You don't think so?
No, I know so.
They ain't doing what?
Live stops.
What's that?
Like when you don't got no L, they take your car.
They niggas do what?
Stop you.
Take your car because you don't got your license.
Because something's not right when they stop you.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, but if they stop you and if it smell like weed or something, then you stop. Then
no, they can stop you. I said they're not taking cars because you don't have your
don't have your license.
Yeah, they're not right now.
There's too much going on. They don't have time for that.
Child, please.
Well, yeah, they shouldn't.
But if just my luck, my ass get fucking stopped in my fucking car.
You don't have no license?
Of course I got a license. I'm just saying. I don't push it past nobody, especially the cops.
But so if y'all have any questions about the PUA,
send them a text or ask whatever.
What's up, cuz? Hey, y'all.
if you need to,
Please.
if you need help with
I ain't worried about
because it's already
need help
great.
with your PUA.
Need help with your PUA. Give me. Yeah,
I don't know shit about it, y'all.
My fee $2,000. I'm gonna keep it real. $2,000.
I don't know what y'all.
I
don't know what he's talking about.
What? Man, my fee $2,000 because when they get that money, they get like 10 plus. Fuck that. And I'm about to be like 10 over edge. And then y'all still get weeklies.
Hey, how much they get a week?
And they can't try to scheme me because I'm gonna have all the information. Fuck with me, I change your address. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But you won't get that weekly check.
You won't get shit.
Perfect.
Yeah, you won't get shit.
And they just sit on the car, right?
My card. Fuck you talking about? I got plenty of addresses.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, y'all got the PUA.
But I think everybody done fucking filed it now. I'm talking about.
I think
it ain't even no smokers around my way no more.
Yo,
they clean smokers. Listen, I cleaned my lot out today. Right? I asked the crackhead to help me clean it. He talking about, man, I ain't getting dirty.
What?
I started cracking the fuck up and I felt his whole vibe like, I don't need no money, man.
Right. Well,
like 2 weeks before that, he asked me for a couple dollars, like $10. He's like, man, I got something coming. I already knew what the fuck it was. Like, yeah, when I said it, when he got his money, he definitely gave me my $10 back, but he made sure he only gave me $10.
Of course. Nothing that
Gave me a 20, said you got change. Damn, let me keep it. No, man, I need it all.
That was his voice.
That's how he talk. No, man.
What you talking? What the fuck is he? Terrence Howard? That Terrence Howard ass voice.
No, he said the smokers is flexing too.
Yeah. They different. They smokers. They clean now.
For how long?
See, that's different. The smokers might last more than the people that already got money.
And they usually do. They
know how to adapt. They don't gotta eat. They eat once a day. They survivors.
Yeah. You know what always got me upset?
What?
How disrespectful like the drug dealers always used to treat like the crackheads and the dope fiends. Like, they would treat them so, like, just, you know what I mean? Just not only just yell at them or cursing them, but just do extra shit just to make them, you know what I'm saying? To make themselves look better. And I just never understood it.
Laughs.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing to me. I don't understand that. But what's our next topic, y'all?
Man, the PUA, that show was jumping.
I know. Keep talking. Dad, we need people to comment on the PUA. What y'all think?
Nah, you think somebody want to comment on it?
They're not going to
comment. They need questions.
No, they
got any questions?
They got their money.
No, they already got their money.
Yeah, they got their money. They don't need no. They about to ask us, do we need help?
Right.
Yeah, we
Sure
do. Can y'all donate $1?
Because you'll donate to the Uncut Raw Podcast Fund.
Yeah. I get our own studio.
Yes.
Oh, that shit will be dope.
We probably get our own studio.
We are. Right. Child, yeah.
But that money is crazy.
Yeah.
But some people be being so greedy because they don't want the taxes taken out because they get the whole 600 instead of 540.
It doesn't matter.
And
It don't matter. The tax
end,
is still
they
going
want
to tax that $60 that you so-called think you're getting.
No, what they're,
at the end
they're going to tax everything.
Money, right?
But when it initially comes down, right now, they're only breaking it up and taxing you. Once you hit the end, they're putting everything together. That tax bracket is a little higher than what people think. And that's what they're getting.
It's going to be higher.
It's going to be higher. It's not the same as each week. I'd rather for you to sit there and take that $20, $80, $100 from me each week versus at the end, if y'all sit there and give me a straight, I say $25,000, I'm getting taxed a big lump sum from $25,000 versus each and every week only off of that $700. That sounds stupid.
Yeah, so I mean, people just pay your taxes. You'll still get your $7.15 every week.
Listen, y'all do the right thing and take a couple of dollars out of your money, put it on the side, and keep on pushing.
When you take taxes out, you get $7.15. When you don't take your taxes out, then you get more.
Somebody had asked me and shit, can they use my EIN number?
Ooh.
I said no though, but
For what?
like to put it as like people work for me.
Oh. No, because then you gotta pay taxes.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit. You know, I'm scary Terry.
Right. First of all, you gotta pay taxes. You gotta pay taxes on each worker. So you're not about to put me in a jam.
That's what happened to Arkansas Mo.
Oh, and another thing, let's talk about the EIN numbers.
Oh,
okay.
That people should know about when you apply for one. If it's not active, if you're not using it, you need to close it. Because if not, you're gonna owe money. You're gonna owe tax money on that EIN, and you're not even making money off of it. So a lot of people always apply for the EIN because they say I'm doing a clothing line or whatever business they're trying to do, but then they never proceed with it when that EIN number is still active. So the IRS is looking like you have a business this whole time, but you really don't. So you have to close that. You have to close that account, or you will 2 years, 3 years from now. Like you owe $40,000 in tax money. So I just somebody just told me about that. That went through it.
So when you got a business, how do you pay your taxes?
At the end of the year.
no, you can pay it in quarters.
You can pay it in quarters.
You can
every
pay it in
3 months
quarters.
or something like
You
that.
just make
Some
sure
people
that
pay
you
at the
take it
end of
out.
the year. Me, I would want to pay in quarters.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I don't want
So
that
keep
Keep
them
them
$10
off.
a month.
Then they
Right.
keep them off.
And so you're gonna have a lump sum at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Hey, I
But if
still
you make
I still
that
owe
bread,
from last
I
year.
had to do a
Please,
lump
I ain't
sum.
trying to hear that one
But
right now.
if you have an EIN number and you're really not making money, still file, still claim your business every year, so you won't be penalized.
Right.
If you're not gonna, because a lot of people is not gonna go through the steps of closing it and going
But,
through it. So
and
you
listen,
still claim it every year.
I'm
you
not-
still claim your business every year.
Yeah, but the thing is, you just need, if it's up and running, that's one thing. If it's not, it ain't no point of paying for something that's not there.
Right.
Speaking of businesses, guys, I've been really, really excited about the sort of uprise of like Black businesses, like with everything going on, like all the like racial tension and all the situations that have happened, sadly. you know, you see like a lot of people are like support black businesses and stuff like that. And I'm really happy because obviously black businesses have always been there. But I think like with everything happening, it's kind of like reminding us, hey, like that support black businesses.
Oh, that shit gonna last.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's just so sad because it's like we always wait until like something
happen to do it.
Like, that shit deep. Like even the Black Lives Matter movement, like y'all took that shit and did a whole nother joint with it. Like
what you mean?
What?
I'm talking about the loot and shit.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all ain't loot y'all did stories and stuff. Y'all want loot because of the situation. Go ahead. Police.
Yeah, why you ain't hit that? Well, I'm happy now. I mean,
don't hit it, but I'm just saying that's what they should have went after. That's why you was.
I don't know what the fuck she talking about. Listen, officer, it ain't me.
I mean, they but I'm just saying.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Listen, my thing was y'all knew where to loot at. Period. Y'all didn't go every place like y'all thought people was going to do. Y'all went certain stores.
People only did it so they can get free shit. That's all it was
but then when you look at
it, I'm gonna hold on. I ain't gonna let them grind on that because I was buying shit like a motherfucker. Everybody that pulled the fuck up, I bought everything on that.
But what I'm saying is, you're sitting there going to certain places and looting this shit. Okay, cool, fine, dandy. But why didn't y'all go to other places that y'all know it had better quality of shit?
No, they're not doing
but y'all not doing that because y'all thought that y'all was going to do. But here it go. They already caught 400 people behind it. 400.
No,
and they're still catching people.
My friend police officer that work at the power, they caught way more than that.
Oh, for real?
And that's just a little. Everybody that blew up an ATM, they all got caught.
Oh yeah, and that's
all that money was
because
marked.
they actually.
I didn't even know. I didn't know money be marked.
What?
Yeah. No. Like I didn't know like ATM money be marked. Like how the fuck that should be marked?
They do it,
but no. Once it go through the joint, they get unmarked.
Oh, it's like a scanner problem.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They pack it in there a certain way so as it comes out, it does. It's like it either scans it or wipes it because that little card thing that's there is real thin. So you don't know if it's just wiping it or if it's scanned. Whatever it's doing, they doing what they have to do to keep up with shit.
Oh wow!
Listen,
that motherfuckers were taking the ATM like they don't got trainers.
Wasn't it somebody that died? Going up the ATM, that's bad.
A young boy from around my way, they went out looting. He ain't from my block, but he from like another neighborhood, and he a good young boy too. He went out looting and like, I guess he kicked the glasses in and that shit like a main artery.
Oh my God!
So 2 people died. One trying to blow up the ATM and killed himself.
That is,
and then that's crazy. That's sad.
That is so sad.
And the sad thing is, was it really worth it?
Right, it wasn't worth it.
I mean, you do shit, yes. You want to get away with it, but at the end of the day, when you're actually getting hurt like this or you're dying,
don't blow up nothing.
It's not even worth it.
It's not worth my life. It's the senselessness of it. Like, okay, this is how I feel about looting because I'm kind of on both sides. On one hand, I can understand like people looting because at this point, how the fuck are you going to tell me how to react after you have been oppressing me, killing me, doing all this stuff to me for hundreds and thousands of years? Like, you can't tell me how to react. Like, that time is over. Some people might even look at it as a way of reparations, right? You taking back whatever, you know what I mean? On the other hand, for every action, there's a reaction. So the people on the other side of that are being affected by it. And it is sad because it was people who, you know what I'm saying, really put back into the community, who want to grow the community, who care about the community and things like that. So like I said, I'm kind of at a crossroad when it comes to that because I'm feeling both sides. Like if I wasn't, whatever, I wanted to be out there so bad, but I wouldn't loot because that's just not me or whatever. And I'm not judging nobody because I did this, I'm here. But, I wanted to be out there so bad. I wanted to protest all that looting and stuff. Is that I can't get down with that. But do I see it as a way of people expressing themselves and just kind of feel like, you know what, at this point, like, I've literally done everything and y'all still don't respect me as a human being, then I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do, because that's how enraged I am. Like, how the fuck you gonna tell me not to loot when you killed this person, when you raped this person, when you withheld back, when all this other stuff, a million other things that you can name. So that's how I feel about the looting situation.
Yeah, this is the only time our people feel like we had to like power. And I ain't gonna lie, like cops was really scared. Because it was a protocol, like you couldn't draw your gun.
But they've been scared. That's why they've been killing us. Yeah. They scared.
But no, this time, like, it was like they could not draw their gun. Like they could not put their hands on their gun, like, or like they would get in trouble. Like, that shit was crazy.
Listen, my thing is like this, and the God honest truth is, for some of the stuff that's going on with the police, when they do actually something, why is it that they can't be judged the correct way? I don't understand that. Like, if you out here, I'm not going to sit there and use the killing scenario because it's too much of it. But if they're out here and they actually get connected, just saying with the drug game, once they actually get caught, yes, they throw them in jail. Okay, cool, fine, dandy. But who you affected behind that should have the right to sit there and say some things about what's going on too. And they taking the power from everybody. It doesn't matter if they're black, white, Chinese, or whatever. They're taking the power away from being judged correctly behind a lot of these situations. So with the guy who sat there and did what he did to Mr. Floyd, I'm sorry for that one, but him, okay, they took his job. The other 3 guys, or however many cops it was, they sat there and suspended them. They was taking their jobs away from them. Then you had recently, somebody actually seen one of the guys in Walmart and questioned him about it. And the sad thing is, he said he ain't have nothing to do with it. He was just there, and he don't feel as though he should have lost his job because that wasn't his call. You can't sit there and say that. If you know it's wrong, if you knew it was wrong, you should have did something about it. Period. So you do have some good cops that's just forced to sit there and deal with a situation because they're too scared to actually stand up and say, okay, you're wrong. Right. So that's where the catch coming in. You don't know if they're good or bad or in between. So you look at it a lot of different ways, but you're also seeing a lot of these racist cops come out, and it's not just white racist cops. You're seeing the Chinese, and you're seeing the black ones too. They're all coming. They're all
the new white.
They're all coming out in the same.
I want to go that motherfucking far. That's just too far now.
You do have some black racists.
Yeah, you and
new white. If you go blue, black is the new white, man. I'm trying to tell you.
It's just horrible.
They be forgetting that they are people.
Yes, they do. But the same consequences they're putting on people need to be reversed back on them. I'm serious. For certain things, if you have a tendency of just going down the street and you're a cop and you just like fucking with people and stuff like that, all right, we get it. Why can't somebody actually get one of your kids while they're walking down the street on a constant basis and be fucking with them and see how you actually feel being a parent watching this happen to your child? We can never get the same thing out of it. But the fact is, what y'all are doing to people should be done to you and your family to see how everybody else feels.
Shit like that. Like that. You ain't seen nothing wrong.
It's sad because like even like before we even get to like these like the killings and stuff, right? If you look at the history of brutality that these police officers, have had before having their first victim, and they're just getting away with it. They're getting slaps on the wrist. They're just getting pats on the ass. They're not being reprimanded properly. And what does that look like? I don't know. You know what I mean? But obviously, there needs to be change. And I feel like finally, like with everything happening, like people are starting to realize that. And I feel like also as Black people, I feel like we're starting to realize it. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to realize it too. And again, I'm not, and this one gets me because like I feel, how they always say, like people always say like Black people need to stick together, and they do to a certain extent. I feel like we need to be able to collectivize better. We need to be able to communicate with, because we're so beautiful, strong, intelligent, all that stuff. And that is why, you know what I'm saying, we are targeted the way we are, because sometimes we get in our own way. We don't even see our own potential. You know what I mean? And all this stuff is because, like, they don't want us to express or be living at our full potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just senseless shit. Like, even if people say, like, oh, well, all this black on black crime. Yes, it's a lot of black on black crime, but any type of race who lives amongst one another, like, the crime rate is higher because they're killing each other. They're killing people that look like them. Even though black crime is a fucking problem, obviously, but still, like, it's like they try to use things like and turn it against us. Like, it doesn't happen. Like,
that's why we need to stick together.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, that is a joke, though.
Slavery.
Huh?
That is a joke, though.
What?
Like, we all scream Black Lives Matter, but
yeah, but right, you screaming it, but it's black on black crime.
So, like, I could see where you're coming from, but it is a different, like, I mean, but like you saying, that's a fucking joke to me.
But the whole
and shout out to the celebrities that was standing with their people. Like, it was like celebrities
they was outside.
Like, they was not like celebrities. Yep. But I can tell you this, now a motherfucking celebrity from Philadelphia march. Now a motherfucking celebrity. And we have a lot of celebrities, boxers, actors, rappers. And ain't near none of them motherfuckers do no marching with them. I don't even think they even like say anything about like Philly. Like, that's sad, man.
It is.
Like, every celebrity from their city was outside. Like, they was in the crowd. Like, they was marching with them. No hoodie on, none of that. Like, this is me.
But that's
speaking up.
But that's a true person to their community, to where they are. You have a lot of people who will dish out, this is where I'm from. But in reality, once you get away from here, you don't give a damn about it. So why scream about where you from when you can't acknowledge it when you leave?
Girl, because it's the pick and choose, and you want to pick and choose the parts that you want to be a part of. When it's something popping and relevant, that's when you want to connect yourself to it. But when it comes to real nigga shit, you don't want to connect yourself to it. And it's really sad. It really is sad. But, you know, it is. I mean, like I said, I just feel like it's so much work for us to do. And I feel like we're definitely moving in the right direction. And finally, the whole world is like, because you gotta understand what all this was going on. Like, I was talking to one of my friends who lives out in the UK, and he was telling me how they were even protesting like in New Zealand, like all over the world. They were walking for us. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is like, that's really big because we've been trying to be heard for so long. You know what I'm saying? And we're still not heard to a certain extent. You know what I mean? But I feel like we definitely have made some progress, and we just need to keep on this wave. One of the things we can do is like, support one another.
Mm-hmm. But it's like they don't even respect violence. We don't support it. Huh? It's like they only respect violence.
But that's not cool because initially it wasn't about that. It really wasn't. But
that's the only way. That's the only how we got the respect.
Right.
No,
that was the only way.
No, it is no, and you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's crazy. Speaking of like respect and violence and stuff. So my uncles did a documentary in the 60s, right, about the gangs. They was from 12th in Oxford, 8th in Oxford. It's called The Jungle, right? It's actually on YouTube. It's like 20 minutes. And they basically was
before you start. Wait.
Yes. So they were talking about how they were it was like made in like the late 60s. They were talking about how they were living and stuff, and they were actually like reenacting like the stuff that they do. Like they like, yeah, like somebody come from 10th and Poplar, and then we walk and we be like, well, what you doing here? All this other stuff. And they were just like talking about their life. And then I never forget it, like my Uncle Buddy, he was like, I don't know. He was like, I see my older brother, he was doing stuff and he was getting respect. And I was looking at him like, I want people to respect like me. So I'm like, I started doing what he was doing. And that shit was just like, it was so like, It was just so innocent, but it was still so deep. You know what I mean?
That's real.
And that's the crazy thing. But again, it's just like respect for what? It's this made up facade. Like there, respect from who?
You have to respect yourself.
You gotta respect yourself.
And most of these people don't respect themselves. But talking about that, I just actually did see a documentary behind something like that. But these are the people out in California, and it's I think from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
The guy said real gangs when he was growing up was all about fighting.
Yep, and protecting the territory.
We came out, we sat there and held out with our fists. He said what happened was somebody from another neighborhood, I forgot what he was talking about. He said over in Crenshaw, somebody from another neighborhood came up and asked one of the other groups, can they get into the gang? They wasn't from that neighborhood, none of the above. And a couple of days after this person came into the group, it was a big major war. He said the effed up part about that was the new guys from this other hood who came into this gang sat there and brought guns. That was the first time that they ever sat there and seen a gun. That's when that shit started getting bad. When they started bringing people from other groups to try to sit there and be big and bad in this territory that they don't belong in, and they brought weapons. When it came back down to it, they said the same people who sat there and did the killing sat there and ran. And when they ran, you wouldn't have thought of where they ran to. They ran to the FBI. So it starts higher than what it is. But most of these people out here, like they said, most gangs, all of these gangs initially was real street gangs that they did fighting. They ain't want to do the knives, they ain't want to do the bats, they ain't want to do the guns. That's what they was. It was about who has the best hands out here. That's more respect than me sitting there pulling out a knife and cutting. Mm-hmm. How much respect is that? Or shooting. That's no respect because you can't get dirty.
If you lose, then you want to come back and shoot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So they shoot before they
shoot before they don't even want to fight. It's like
because they know they ain't gonna win that battle most of the time.
Like don't nobody want to fight no more. They just want to shoot.
We just sat there and ran from one scenario to another.
And but the violence begets more violence because even like in the documentary, like they had knives and they had a gun. Mm-hmm. So it's just like after a while, you gonna stop getting tired of punching somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna want to stab you. I'm gonna want to shoot you. Like I'm not. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. After a while, I'm not gonna keep on fighting you. Like why am I gonna keep on fighting you? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right. Yeah, but that's
you keep on fighting the same person, and then it's just all it takes is for something to happen. Like even with physical fighting, all it takes for you to get hit the wrong way, your shit is done. You done. You fall trip. Not like you know what I'm saying. Like I know people who gotten fucked up from a fucking fist fight,
but that's
for dumb shit.
Yeah, but that's what most of the documentaries are about these games on how it initially started from just regular fist fights up until how they reversed over to weapons and all this other stuff. And it's sad because most of the head or all the old gangsters, most of them are dead. Mm-hmm. But the ones that are still around are the ones who's actually telling you that's not how it was when we first started it. Y'all made it this way and it's not doing anything except you're killing your brother. Because a lot of these gangs now, their brother, literally, their family members are against family members because they can't get in the same. So you're killing your brother, you're killing your sister, you're killing your aunt's uncle, and it's sad. Why do you want to sit there and kill your family that way?
Called black genocide. Yeah. What it is, sad. It's sad. No.
What? What happened? Yeah, that is there. So just put down the gun.
Was kind of cool.
It's always cool.
It was kind of cool to not talk about.
You was talking about you was thinking about the PUA.
What?
You was thinking you want to apply for that PUA.
Right, where about that?
Other question that he was bringing up.
I'm gonna make mine regardless. File with me. File with Keith. If you don't want to wait, come fuck with me. I'm trying to tell you, I get your money back within a week.
He's playing, guys.
The commercial.
No, the hell I ain't.
He's playing.
Let's do a commercial.
Playing, guys.
If you need your PUA claim filed.
File with me. You don't got to wait too long. You only going to be waiting a week.
Wait,
It's either you get a check or you get a card. But no matter, you gonna get it all.
Oh my God. $7.15 a week.
No.
Fuck the 715. Let me talk about the big lump sum. You keep talking about the week. They can have this shit and they give me my money.
Oh my God. I can't.
Those are some good topics.
That was a good topic.
Guess better than head for head.
Yeah.
What was that?
It definitely was better than head for head.
Well, go ahead, talk
Way more
about head for head.
Like, what the fuck is that?
What is that?
head for head. Why bitches always talking about in order to, if you want me to suck your dick, you gotta eat my pussy.
And that's what head for head means.
No, well, I didn't ask what was head for head. These
I said
these two older ladies. The older ladies. It's always the old head.
First of
Y'all know
all,
what it is. When you suck the dick and he eat the coochie, y'all know what the fuck it is.
oh, at the same time?
Right.
No, head for head. Now that's 6'9".
I know that's 6'9". Oh, okay. You just saying head for head like.
No, I was just trying not to see 9.
You trying to say you got.
So wait, which one is the 6?
What?
It don't matter. That's the whole point of it.
That's ass.
No, it's both.
So the 6 is a low number, so a 6 should be at the bottom. So I'm at the bottom because I'm too big to be getting top of the
Well,
girl.
head for head is not. We going back to that topic because just because somebody give somebody head, you ain't gotta get that person. You know that shit don't work like that.
Yeah, that's what the females should understand. You should look in the camera and see that again.
Yeah. Because you give me head, that don't mean I'm giving you. So that shit don't work like that.
But what is?
You should want to. If you don't, that's unselfish.
Yeah. I mean, it should just happen.
It should happen.
But no, I'm just saying,
time.
yeah, not all the time. Like, if I eat your coochie, I eat your coochie, but eat this dick up. Like, I don't think like I should act like if I don't like if we having sex and we just having to stop. Like, don't just stare. Like,
you
do
say,
something.
no, I don't want to suck your dick because you're not like it. And I don't feel like
I don't think. I hope I don't get no girl that be like that. Yeah.
Like, I don't like sucking dick.
Oh no.
But you can keep. I'm just saying that's how some girls do.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't want to get there. That's fine.
Because you're not.
Yeah, it's fine. Just don't ask me to do it. Some of them don't even need to suck dick. They don't know how to suck dick and they don't need to know how to fuck because this shit be corny and shit. Shit dry. Keep talking about it's the condom. Bitch ain't the condom. It's that whack ass pussy.
Condoms do that to females. Condoms will dry you out.
Well, listen. Well, just gonna have to dry the fuck out.
Oh, it's called get lube. If that's the case,
lubrication.
Yeah, you after that shit dry out.
You gotta keep going.
After lube, I never use lube.
I never used it either. I was just joking.
But condoms a lot of different things. Just try it.
I'm sorry.
But you gotta go get the skin condom. So it won't dry out. So get you know they call it.
I know you
the
talking about.
The bear skin.
The bear skin.
Get the bear skin. I mean, I don't know. I never. But
No, I'm gonna get whatever condom I get.
But that's why she's gonna dry out.
No girl that really dried out. But if she do, I would just stop. I'm not worried about it. It's okay. It's always better days. I tell you one thing. I tell you one thing. I ain't taking the condom off.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about
it.
it.
She like, fuck, I'm taking that condom off. I need some wetness.
Right.
I'm gonna feel it.
If I can't feel it, I don't feel it.
I want to feel it.
Nah.
I'm gonna
Fuck
feel
that.
all that.
No, I use motherfucking lotion. I ain't scared. If I want to feel something wet, I ain't taking the condom off. Take the condom off, bitch.
Wait, you want to use lotion instead of lube?
He talking about on his
No, I'm talking about myself.
Okay. Do you use a condom when you jerk off?
Fuck no.
Some people do that.
Do you use a condom when a girl give you head?
Do I use a condom when a girl give me head?
Because you know they had condoms just for that.
For that, they do.
Yeah, they had condoms.
Oh yeah, the candies are
like what's the flavor?
They got flavors on it. Yeah.
I mean, that's still like I'm gonna use the condom both ways. So, I don't know.
I ain't had sex in a long time.
What if it do break?
Right, that's what I'm saying. You suck
or
on
what if
a
it's
condom.
nasty?
Oh You just sucking on a condom. That's what I'm saying. They
Come suck on this condom, bitch. Come suck this condom,
bitch. Then she got bucks all around her mouth. The latex.
But latex, it break you out.
Mm-hmm. It does with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it give you like
it can really fuck you up. It can fuck you up to the point that it looks like you actually have a whole disease.
So that's why I think the bear skins don't have no latex.
But the latex ones are like the safest ones to have sex with, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if you're.
I want that.
That was an hour.
So why Facebook is on?
I had, oh my goodness. Last time I had some weekend, it just was too
No, I want the pipe. I don't want
the hookah.
I just want the pipe. I want the hookah pipe.
That
sounds so bad.
I was trying to say it. It always cut all the way over.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, always do that. Bye, y'all. Bye.
We really appreciate you guys.
We will see y'all next week.
Somebody was talking about the stimulus on Facebook. They said, I'll get you 15,000 back.
What?
See.
He said he
hold up. Some of y'all who heard that, we know y'all gonna sit there and say something.
Yeah, he a fucking liar. He talking about best podcast in Philly.
Who said that?
It's called SBA Grant.
SBA Grant.
The small business.
That's mine.
Oh, that's yours. You had 44 years. See how it is like? I don't know
what left?
You know how it's
You put share on IGTV.
Oh.
Y'all, we really thank you for tuning in. I know I started saying that earlier, but we'll see you guys next week.
Oh, I know. Whoever that was watching, they watched the whole show. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, guy or gal. We really appreciate it.
God. That's tough.
Oh, they could have thumbs up.
Oh my god.
So stupid. Now, how do I end this?
I don't know. He might hear it.
It's my first time doing it.
No. As soon as she stopped this on Jay.
I know I'm trying to stop this, but Courtesy.
Remember we was trying to do the dance?
You stopped the white ones? Look.
How do I save this? That's what I was trying to do. Save it.
Look on in here. Yeah, what's wrong with it? Ain't shit wrong with it.
No, but